Hello, welcome back. This is the third match of the day, I believe, and I am
Unity and
biased.
what? I did
Are you
not.
a
I did not.
biased commentator?
I am biased towards a good series.
Fair enough.
But yeah, um, gonna be hopefully getting into it soon. Both of them have their timers preset this time. Let's see if they go on 0 or if they go on -15. Pretty sure we're seeing a village seed. You can see the path on deck side. So, any thoughts on that, Rila?
I mean, it looks like a plains village, so it'll probably be pretty comfortable on all resources.
Timer
Other
counting
than
down.
that, like, yeah, almost 0. Pretty close to synced. Oh, there's a blacksmith and a desert temple there, so lots of options for this overworld.
Yeah, lots of choices coming through. Desert Temple generally out of favor in terms of being a supplementary resource. A lot of people not liking to go to it because it's just quite a bit of a gamble depending on what you need. A lot of runners don't make enough use out of the TNT for it to be worth, and even the chance of something like a God Apple ends up not being a risk that most runners take.
Yeah, I mean, in this seed with so many options, with like this village and that ocean as well, there's so much going on that I feel like you could really only lose time into the temple, unless there's lava like next to it.
Yeah, gonna be Golem coming through for debt on the side of Evan. Got good amount of wheat and will be farming up his flint. Deck having a bit of a scout around. Doesn't, I believe, spot a lava source of any kind. So I don't think I've seen it on either runner's side. Maybe a bit of location issue going to be coming through. And we'll see who transitions more comfortably.
Sorry, have we seen the enter from either of them? Do we know
Ah,
what the enter?
yeah, it's right there on Evan.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm learning from my past mistake. I know this seed, but I've decided to just, react along with what we see on the screen instead of trying to give any teasers, because when the teasers are wrong, then I look stupid.
Yeah, I've had a hand in a large number of these seeds, but I can't. Like, I didn't test it, so when it comes to remembering what's on them, I think I'll defer to you. I have the notes open in the background to keep up, but their
Well, in any
paces.
case, ooh, okay,
That was so scary.
little bit sus from deck there, but gonna get his pool capped off here. Will be making his portal fast to enter on Evan's side. Both of them locating the lava pool with no issue. Gonna be heading towards, I believe, some E-ray on the side of Evan. Swinging by some shrooms, doesn't need them because it was obviously a village start. Plenty of food on either runner's side. Don't believe I saw any bed front loading though, so we'll see if string RNG is something that factors in.
We also see the same E-ray coming out from deck. So it does seem like they're following more or less the exact same route, just deck was slowed down a little bit in somewhere in the overworld.
Feels like quite a... Yeah, I was going to say,
Whoa.
Evans just walked off because he is not going to the intended bastion because this is a bastion.
Hold on, I didn't even realize that. Evan, where are you?
He's just found a bridge in the middle of nowhere. You know how it is.
So I know that a lot of seed finders scout the chests as well, just to take a look at what's in them. So there's no promise of what's in here because I'm feeling pretty secure in saying this was not intended. But it is bridge, so I'm not like concerned for him.
Yeah, on the side of deck, gonna get a housing route going here. Didn't quite check what piglin aggro he went for. As, you know, at least we're guaranteed to see different routes coming out from the runners here. No rinse and repeat.
I'm feeling very variety. What's the adverb for
Varied?
yeah. It's like that's
You are so variety, buddy. Keep it up.
Thank you, man.
Gonna be an improvised route coming through here for Evan. I don't think I've ever seen this used as a pig hole. Double, not a triple chest coming through on either side, as I believe going for the Rainax route, but ends up not getting a viable side of the bastion there, so just making a nice little hole at the bottom of the staircase. Deck, I believe, going straight for backup gold here. Not waiting around, gonna get that going. Has a pig waiting for him on the other side there, gonna get it into the hole. Yeah, doesn't it look like he even fully checks his trade before going for backup? I don't know, maybe really trying to force 20 obby potentially?
So this might be way too dank, but I believe that the RNG pack that they were given was the booster one, so with that knowledge they might know that like the trades were initially bad. And are like, I'm just gonna grab all of the gold. Which of course wouldn't be how it works, is the booster makes sure that it's good, but I'm trying to logic maybe where there isn't any.
You know, I think it's more likely, yeah, it's gotta be obby that Deck's waiting on here. Good on the string, good on the pearls. Maybe fire res is a factor, didn't quite check his inventory there, but this definitely should not be too much of an issue. Gonna be checking this top chest here. One more for him to loot if this has obby. And that it does 21. That's gonna save him a lot of time going forward.
Right into the fortress. No no travel time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be missing the closest spawner there, so we'll have to travel a little bit to find the next one. Quite a lengthy travel through the fortress here, only overlapped at its furthest points. Evan finishes out the bridge. You know,
The absolutely intended bridge.
But gonna be quite a way to get to the fortress, whereas Deck's travel time was just a little hop, skip, and a jump over to the Neverbrick.
Oh!
Oh,
Is
Evan died.
Evan.
That's the right pass.
No, Evan. How do you think
what?
Evan's gonna feel when when he sees the housing?
You know what? He's damn right.
0 obby. Second ring fort. You know, Evan, kudos, man. You hit it dead on. That was in fact not the intended bastion.
You know, I don't know what he's doing now. I'm not sure how salvageable his loot is. Maybe just wanting to check for a secondary bastion for reset as he
I'm sorry, Evan. It's not. Oh, okay. He was just scouting, I guess, before he reset.
I actually really like that. He's aware that he's clearly missed something somewhere, takes the time while he has the resource to not make the same mistake on the reset. gonna have a lot more information about the seed here. I think that that's not a bad play. I believe that was Axis Calculator coming through for Deck there as well. Didn't quite catch the values, but hopefully he's in a good spot here. Has time to do the math while he does the blaze farming.
I am appreciating the sportsmanship from Evan. Like, that sucks, but at least it's like, seems like he's having some fun with it.
Yeah. Deck gonna be doing a blaze bed there. And fishing rod as well. Love this play. If you're going to blaze bed and open spawner, fishing rod to make sure that you can keep on top of the strays is a very smart idea.
Dealing with that gas too, RD.
Yeah, gonna lower the render, hopefully not have to deal with that gas, making his way still up and around the spawner. Gonna be checking some stuff, gets another spawn coming through. Evan, on the other hand, very quick overworld here. He did not reset his timer, but I think this is gonna be low 2 entry, which for a village in this economy is pretty good.
A 2-minute enter from a village? In this economy? Yeah, I mean, in general, after runners reset, they, run faster based on all their new knowledge. It's some slight consolation for all of their pain and suffering that led to that point.
Yeah, Deck opting in for a shield here, according to the all-knowing deity that is chat, he does still have a fire res. So, maybe wanting to save it for his travel? 3 minutes on the time, maybe he just didn't notice. He definitely just didn't notice. As, oh my god, Evan
No!
Bastion! Evan dies!
No, Evan! Not the reset again. That is... Evan, we are so sorry. That I feel like that in some world that is commentator's curse. You say, "Ooh, Fastion," and then the Fastion just like that is gone.
If I do one thing, it is commentator's curse. This man is yet another victim of the situation that I've put him in, and I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to ruin his run. If you wish to sue me, I will understand. But for now, it's kind of content.
Okay. I was like about to be all excited.
Oh, Deck's dead. What?
Wither skeleton, apparently.
What's happening? Okay, so
Hold on, my head's spinning.
He is a lot more salvageable. Went through a portal, slain by the Wither skeleton. Gonna be, hopefully, none of his loot in danger, as he's in danger and dies again. Gonna just right back at it. This man doesn't know fear. Gonna won't go straight into the lava this time, hopefully, but he's on his way back in. Stays more central in the portal. Gonna have a safe jump out spot there. No, DecTheElite does not fall victim to that twice.
So, chatting. How's your day? How's the map?
I think third time's the charm here for Evan. I think he might get into the right bastion this time. I'm feeling it.
Third time's the charm?
Yeah, Deck's resetting.
What? Really?
Did he lose everything? Did he not check going through the portal? He didn't check through. He died in the portal. All his loot definitely went through the portal. He's reset. Deck. Okay. The only thing that I can say that is a advantage for him here is I swear to God, he better have written down his axis calculated towards. Evan taking a little bit of damage, making his way down, doesn't have any food on his hotbar, gets the block in place, ends up doing a gilded on the way down just for more aggro, as we will see Evan trading a housing bastion. Very excited to see how this
Good
goes.
job, Evan. 14 minutes in, all you, buddy. You did it. And for everyone's benefit, we will have no shortage of things to ask during the interview stages of this match.
I honestly thought you were going to say for everyone's benefit, therapy will be offered due to the effects of this match on everybody's mental state.
Therapy is always an option.
Bit of a lower pig count, has some hanging around there, but does not want to get them in the hole. 26 gold sitting in his inventory, as we did see Dec have to go for backup blocks, but that was for 20. Obby currently sitting on 7 for Evan, so we know that the top chests have some because that was what tipped it over for Dec. Not sure what Evan will do here. Fire res being popped, as looks like he's gonna be going for a fast out here, relying on top chests for the remainder of his obsidian.
Very good. You speak English very well.
It's probably my first language. Gonna be making his way into the fortress for the first time. I'm not confident in anything anymore, because anything that I think is right is never ends up that way. Making his way through the fortress here. Also did not notice the closest spawner, so we'll likely end up at the same one Dec did, which is right here. So Dec, second time round on this bastion, gonna be top down, immediately going down to 2 hearts, very risky, needs to break a block there, manages to get through without any incident. Pig on the way down doesn't appear to be angry, as manages to avoid taking full damage. Health bar won't go any lower, going with the old enter as hard mode gets turned on, and he will start having the pigs funnel in. Little bit stressful, not... Faith is a little... Faith is a little bit shaken in both runners here, as Evan is surprised that he's not done, and will be even more surprised when he finds he was in the lead.
Evan's got a big surprise. Oh, my push to talk just cut out a little bit. Evan's got a big surprise coming for later on in this match, when undoubtedly we will be somewhere close along the 23-24 minute mark, and we're still not done.
I mean, this could definitely end up being close again. Dec already has, I believe, all the obsidian, unless I'm getting baited by Blackstone. No, that is obsidian. So his bastion split, ridiculously fast. If he has his quartz memorized, cannot stress this enough, he is still at a pretty big advantage.
Alternatively, and I hate to be the pessimist, but he didn't check the portal, so what are the odds that he has them written down?
Listen. Okay, stop listening. I got nothing good to say.
I mean, maybe he's just different.
He's just built different. Evan gonna be farming, looking for a second spawner whilst heading back. He does only have the one, so it will be pure blind coming through from Evan here. On his first time round, did not check chat for his quartz. Oh no. Okay, 310 was correct. He definitely remembered 310. Neg 104, I believe, was slightly off.
Close enough. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, shouldn't be more than a couple of 100 blocks away. But now the question is, did he get it right? Because 304 is definitely towards the outer ring. Obviously being around 2400 on those quartz, and then coming in roughly around 800. Negwanova was correct. Well, chat's saying it, and therefore it's true.
Okay. But like you said, the bigger question is it right? Is anyone a believer?
I mean,
I'm a
it's
believer.
gonna be blind versus axis calculated with a
Oh,
skull
he got
drop
the
coming through.
skull!
Gonna be dropping the golden helmet if he dies to it. No, not again. Not again. Deja vu.
Run away! The skull can't save you. This is
Oh. Okay. Portal coming in for Evan here. Builds it successfully. No failings there. Gonna be going for the high roll educated here. High roll blind. I don't like his odds. He only has 12 blaze rods. Oh, this is gonna be a long match.
you mean powder?
Yeah. Yeah, he has 9 eyes total.
Oh. I was gonna say only 12 rods. Like, are we playing the same game?
Only
But
12 rods, like, that is just nowhere near sufficient. Oh my
I
god. 24 Eyes of Ender to find a stronghold? Not me.
I'm gonna just type 2K in chat. Are we looking at a 2K
We're looking
blind?
at a 2K.
It's gonna be a long day, everybody. I hope you guys brought snacks. And
Hey,
how's your guys' days?
I hadn't eaten. I was gonna, settle in for the night, maybe watch this match myself. But we're going the distance in round 1 here. Evan's gonna be traveling for a while, and Dec has a chance. Like, I was pretty sure that the educated that the blind wasn't gonna work out for Evan, because obviously doing it from the same quadrant that we're seeing the far stronghold coming out from Dec. So he's gonna be hauling ass to try to make up this difference here. As Dec, from being very far behind, now has a chance to just, crank it out and drop a I Spy, maybe.
There is so much that has gone on. The casual
Never mind, don't crank it, Dec, don't crank it. Dec, buddy.
uncrank. Get out of the lava.
There we go. Opting for the shiftless crank, some may call it.
Hold on.
Why is he going up? Like, genuinely, because
I
the
think
lower
so that
you
you don't
do,
spawn in like a cave, right?
but if you go for I Spy, if you're confident in your axis calc,
Okay, but he doesn't even remember the chords.
yeah,
He was guessing.
he also doesn't know that his opponent is vibing his way across an ocean right now. There are
For
plenty of
one, am
things you don't
enjoying
know.
the traveling.
Really bringing the
I
114 nostalgia.
I love traveling.
Still lands in the cave. Gonna be hitting surface here. Little bit of water finds his way into a river. Sitting on 20 gold, that's definitely a fact. Don't know if it's important. Crafts 11 eyes. Didn't see whether or not he has the backup. Evan. I hope. Like, the fact that I'm very happy he did a distance check, even if it was just rough, because now he's just not wasting eye throws. Going on 12 is risky as heck, as Dec is sitting on the 14.
Yeah, so even though Deck had to do the later reset, in the teens of minutes, like it's
Yeah.
it's pretty safe to say that I think he's feeling a lot more comfortable, like having that likely closer travel and then having more eyes in general. Because
You know what?
I don't remember the like eye breaks.
Sorry, I'm just being shamed for my PG language, and I'm having none of that. Goddamn rapscallions in this chat. Dex throwing another pearl. Not big durability left on his stone axe here, so potentially some issue with mobs coming through. Also, don't see he mined a little bit of wood. But not sure if what his total bed count is. Who do you think is in the lead right now?
I wish I knew.
You know, fair.
Oh,
I turn
never
back for
mind.
Deck.
Never
Deck's in the
mind.
lead.
It's Deck. Never mind. It's Deck.
Okay, so he's on to triangulation, still good on the total. Eyes. Eye goes down, absolutely flawless. Going to not need any more throws. Even gonna sack that eye there. Don't believe we saw any coming through, any breaks coming through. So potentially Deck going to be in a lot better space compared to Evan here. Evan's just been vibing his way through this overworld for quite a time.
World tour.
Yeah, I mean, we've been through a lot together, and at this point, what we're going through is a birch forest. Deck into the stronghold.
I think that the commentators and runners that go through birch forest together stay together.
Is that so?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm really like this match played with my feelings a lot. And I mean honestly the match basically restarted at the 12-minute mark. Like let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe either of them have ran much SRG, but any experience there may be helping them out. But Deck is definitely struggling. Bit of a broken stronghold. Not the most consistent. Gonna be checking top left for a fake entry. Is not one there, as making his way around here. That's a library, and
I feel like a stronghold like this is only appropriate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like we're gonna be here for a while. I also just felt like I just have a feeling of impending doom. Thank you, Ready Band, for being the fact checker in chat. Fact checker in chat. Gonna be entry coming through here. Don't get hit in by a silverfish or something. As you know, you can tell the state of the match when I'm just asking for stuff to not go horribly wrong. There is a crossbow here, so on Deck's side. So let's see whether he follows more of the central pillar method, whether he goes for ground shots, or whether he replicates what we saw from Xylonox.
You are in the right match.
Yes.
Stronghold for Evan.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty good from him. Doesn't waste many doesn't waste much time and really focuses his way through on travel. Did he get breaks though? Is the biggest issue.
He had 9 eyes and I only see 6.
I know, that is what's scaring me.
And we've been seeing, as you mentioned in the previous match, like high eye counts overall, but I would not be risking it all on the 3-eye.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little sunken for Evan right now.
Well, this is a perch coming through for Devon, so... Devon?
Deck!
Save me. Save me, please.
Pretty good beds there. Looks like... Ooh. 6 bed! Did he just...
What? We are going to need some administrative information here, because that man killed the... Why is the dragon alive?
So when you exit the world and you re-enter it, if the dragon is alive, it resets. Like if it's like half health, it'll reset. If it'll reset to full health. It like I'm assuming because it hadn't undergone its full death animation and created the portal that it reset itself.
I mean, we'll need a final judgment from organizers, but does he
He typed macro.
he typed his reset macro? Is he going to still need to finish here? I assume so. It's his own mistake, but just clarifying. He's just vibing in the end now. Has he got all the crystals down? He's not even going for crystals. Does he not have arrows?
Only the best for this match.
Yeah. As Saren very officially points out in chat, didn't finish the game. So
I would.
Evan's back at the stronghold. I don't know.
Evan forgot water. So Evan had to go back to the surface.
Does Dec not have arrows? Can he not just shoot down the crystals and win? He has 22 arrows. He's fine. He can beat the game right now if he resets. That's on him.
He needs to finish the. Don't do that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, while we're here, quick exclamation mark UAP in the chat. Let's give some love to the sponsors of this event, Urban Arts Partnership. I need to do this sponsorship actual justice, and we have some time on our hands.
Yeah, you know, let's talk about the Urban Arts Partnership, because Evan's a while away and Dec's a marathon away. So you wanna recap a bit for anybody that's a bit fresher to this stream? Obviously, given it a lot of good promo already, but let's drop it some more hype.
Sure. So the Urban Arts Partnership is a program that helps Oh dear, hold on. Sorry, my macro is a letter key. Hold on.
Reddy, you're completely right. He still had arrows. We have literally no reason to still be in this match. But whilst we're here, take it away, Reela.
Sorry, our information is on a Google Doc, and my push to talk is the letter B. So as soon as I open the doc, it all started moving down with the letter B. Hold on, give me a second to fix it.
All right. Well, you know, whilst he takes a look at it, a bit of the basic information for UAP is a program that tries to help underprivileged kids get into game design. Definitely a awesome thing to be supporting and an awesome thing to have as a supporter of this tournament. But for more specifics, we have time for the specifics, right? Reela?
Yes, we do, and I fixed my hotkey. So let's talk about how they help bring diversity into tech careers. They have this diagram about the racial diversity at their School of Interactive Arts compared to in the tech industry overall. It seems like a part of their mission is to help increase diversity as they help with bringing more opportunity to these underprivileged people.
Well, speaking of charity, it looks like this is going to be going to Dec. Bit of discussion in the runners' chats here. We can see both of them paused right now. Evan is okay with giving the victory to the runner on the right side. DecTheElite will be going up 1-0 in this series, barring any future changes. But Evan has given it the go-ahead. It is not. It is not against his will. The other runner is okay with it, and we would be hoping for it to be closed out around the 30-minute mark anyway. So,
I
Dec.
appreciate the sportsmanship on Evan's side, but that was that.
Hey guys, this is in a very unconventional way, but Matt won, going to DecTheElite, taking a 1-0 lead in this series, as we will be. Oh
So
lord.
GG's to Dec for technically defeating the dragon.
He did kill the Ender Dragon. He just didn't beat the game. So,
Among all
fundamentally.
technicalities, Dec managed to simultaneously beat and not beat the game. So congratulations.
Yeah. Massive shout out to Evan. Gonna be not gonna be not wanting to hang out on those technicalities. We'll just give the give the point to Dec, as we will move on to seed 2.
For everyone's emotional benefit, I believe that perhaps is in our best interest. I can only talk about literally not the run for so long.
Anyways, UAP.
It was a fantastic time slot to talk about the sponsor a little bit, though I botched it because my hotkey was a letter.
Yeah, if we've learned anything from this match, don't have hotkeys. Rela, choking the sponsor call out, and Dec choking the end fight, both because of hotkeys. So never rebind anything. Have everything exactly where every program intends it, and if it overlaps, then that's just the way that it was meant to be.
Me and Dec have like that handshake meme right now where it's like me and Dec and having lettered hotkeys mess up.
Evan's just standing in the background waving hi. He's not involved in it. He's just there. We will hopefully be moving on to seed 2 with some brisk transition. 36-minute match. I think that's probably longer than the entire first series. Yeah, a bit of camaraderie going on in the runner communication chat, as you can see. Dec, very grateful of Evan to be willing to do that. Nice guy, Evan. Definitely good of him to, for everybody's sake, give the win over there. I didn't expect this. I am broken.
I am personally under the impression that we and chat are now friends because we've really gone through the most together.
And people who've been through a birch forest together.
The people who have been through a birch forest together stay together. I said what I said.
This is, I want to take a quick peek at the bracket right now, because we will see the winner of this has to go against someone, and that someone is gonna be House Builder Gang Curryway. So not a definitely a daunting opponent, and if I recall correctly, he put in quite a dominant performance over Fulham as well. Yeah, this is actually also the penultimate matchup of the True When is Curryway playing of the entire round of 32. Going to be halving our player count here soon, as only 2 more matches left to conclude. Deck looking to secure one of the spots for him as Evan looks to reverse sweep the series. After this, we do have one final match for the for this area of the tournament. Sizzler going up against Sempers, two very good runners, and they will be fighting for a chance to swipe at the talking mime, who is, you know, I pay a little bit of attention to chat, but people seem to like that guy.
I just tried to press B to hotkey my push talk.
Ah.
I keep reading the copy pasta about Kuriwe in the chat, and like my brain sort of auto completes it to courtyard. like, like
My-
I'm not reading Kuriwe anymore. I'm reading courtyard.
Our
So,
streamer will be
yeah.
watching this match intently to get an idea of what his opposition's going to be like. Currently, Deck and Evan making him probably a little bit smug, but let's give him a little bit to make him nervous here. Hopefully, they had their troll run. This is time for them to peak.
Right. Well, I mean, in a tournament of people with some pretty good name recognition, we love to see some great content coming out of this match, but I do hope that this one is a lot smoother for everyone's sake.
Can anybody here name another commentator that's seen two people not finish the game after killing the dragon? Like, how has this happened to me twice? We're getting into the seed here. It looks like it's going to be a desert temple. And not an obvious wood source, though.
Sorry, are we just gonna skate past the idea that you're proposing that perhaps you are cursing people?
I didn't have time to fulfill my voodoo before this match, so definitely couldn't be a curse this time. Every match that I'm on and aware of ahead of time, I perform my rituals to create entertainment. Dex punching the clay, that is one of the most unsatisfying things that I've seen.
It makes me so unhappy. It takes longer to break the clay. It doesn't look as fun. It's colorful. Why would you want to get rid of color? I don't know. I'm unhappy. And for it, he was punished with the skeleton.
Well, I mean, it's a habit of pre-19 runners and players from that sort of version in general. I know when I started running, I did it until it was pointed out because obviously clay in previous versions has replaced wool. But nowadays, definitely better to punch out the stone. Deck fighting fire with explosions. Well, fighting explosions with explosions. Into the creeper, gonna set off the TNT. Okay. What am I watching? Okay, sets off the TNT. Gonna find another creeper down the cave. Please, man, just he's dead. He's dead.
This is oh my.
This is sad. I'm not happy. I'm not smiling right now.
We're seeing some great use of TNT from Evan here to get wood and blocks.
I mean,
Man.
what are your thoughts? Which way do you think map 3 is gonna go? Because I think
Wow. We're 2 minutes into the match and you're
I'm writing it off. I'm writing it off. They're gonna peak this match. Don't quote me. Never listen to what I had to say. Deck's back in the hole, gonna be able to recollect the stuff, not going for a full reset. I don't know what he's doing now, but he's exploding some stuff.
maybe getting stone? Oh, the iron. Oh.
Please, Twitch chat, don't ask me to shut up. I'm just here to say things.
Guys,
It's the one thing I can do.
you can't ask him to shut up. He's the actual like gameplay commentator.
Listen, if you guys want a silent stream, then we can just sit there and listen to their Minecraft sounds. But if not, then y'all better shut the hell up and deal with what you've got.
Y'all heard him, I guess. Dec finally leaves the temple. Good job.
Yeah, gonna go for a nice underwater TNT here. I think he nails it that time, swimming away. Doesn't die to the TNT. Absolutely nothing can go wrong now. Evan, gonna be entering here. It's still a 4-minute overworld coming out from him, so I don't think we can expect much faster pace from Dec. I don't think the death got him much information that he was lacking. Alright, let's see. Where's the Bastion, buddy? Ah, there it is!
Yo, let's go! Only the best.
Well, looks like we are going to get to see him run a housing anyway. This isn't housing, this is treasure. I'm an idiot. Nope, it's housing. Why am I an even bigger idiot? Why do I ever doubt myself? Oh god, I am just not prepared right now. Top-down housing coming through. Gonna break a block here, not sure how much pig traction he's getting. Runs into one on the way, gonna do a gilded to get him even further down, get himself in safely, and start with the trading. Oh, he's on half a heart. What happened? I looked away from his monitor for 2 seconds and he went to half a heart. What happened?
Not gonna lie, I was writing questions down on a sticky note.
Why is he trading on top of a gold block?
To style
Evan.
on him. Bougie floor. Rich man's floor.
Dec looks like he's struggling to locate the end to here. Maybe just about finding it now. Yeah. Looks like he's finding it. Polina, I am going to have to register a complaint with you. I need you to get your man in line. Like, politely, I just don't know who else to take it up with, but
Respectfully,
this isn't okay.
Somebody come get your man.
Because he needs a stern talking to after this. Dec, finally in the Nether, in the Bastion, 6 minutes here. Gonna get some armor on, and we'll be breaking for top. He's in spec mode. What? Evan? Evan?
Did
What?
anyone see what just happened?
Did he just accidentally go into spec mode and then immediately reset? He broke the gold block? He broke the gold block.
Why? Why did he do that?
He broke his flex floor, and this is the cost.
His flex floor.
I mean, backup gold exists. Why are you gonna screw your own hole just to do that? That also did not sound right. But
I am having so much fun. You don't even know. The flex floor.
why did he reset? Why does anybody do anything? Nobody. He's got the skeleton now.
He's got the punishment skeleton.
The karma skeleton has
The
come.
karma skeleton. No.
You know, I could have done something. I had a future.
I mean, why did Evan not run away? He was just staring at that skeleton. It was like he was challenging that skeleton. Like, Evan was looking at that skeleton like how I looked at my teachers in class, challenging them to call me. They never did, except that this time the skeleton actually shot him. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of weird right now.
I'd be very concerned if your teacher shot you.
It was
I
an
don't know if
analogy. It
I
was
don't
an.
know if that's the reaction you were trying to bait, and I know you are American, but I don't know what they're doing over there, but okay, Evan gonna be making his way back through the overworld. No, I'm getting lightheaded. Just me. Whew.
I don't know. I don't think I've breathed properly in like several minutes.
I need some water.
This is a good time to remind everybody present to take a water break.
Jack has no pearls. Sorry.
This is. How's your guys' days? Anything interesting
He's
happen?
He's good. Sitting on 16. We're fine. We're fine. I was done commentating, you know? I was gonna move on with my day. I was maybe gonna play some Valorant. Maybe I don't know. Just
What the heck, man?
you would have been invited, but you were commentating.
No, that's not the point.
You can play Valorant if you want, really. I'm not excluding you.
That is. I mean, thank you, but that is not the point.
Evan's reset efficiency. God damn it! That has no right to be that funny.
Thank you, Polina. We finally seen the fortress. We got there. Subtext.
Yep. I mean, this is it's happening.
This is cleanest match in years.
All right, 20 I'll be on deck side, 16 pearls, so not an excessive count, and never enter number 2 coming through for GNG EvanKae. Oh, Blaze TNT. Love to see it. Okay. It is unfair to expect me to not commentate on the things that are happening on screen. If that jinxes that they're going to go wrong, I can't help it. Okay? I have to talk about what's happening.
Oh. I mean, yes.
It's in the contract.
There's a contract.
Oh, you aren't getting paid for this? Oh dear. Anyway. Gonna be entering the top side of the bastion here with Evan. Gonna be basically rinse and repeating. Top down, open chest, break chest, make his way through, don't go into spectator mode, and maybe choose a better hold this time. Okay.
I want to see the flex floor.
You want to see the flex floor? If he does it round 2, then that's clout. At least he's doubling down.
He's like, that was no mistake.
I'd also like to fact check chat. Bastions were actually discovered by T-Wags, and I will not hear anything else. That's it.
Bastions didn't exist before T-Wags.
Yeah.
T-Wags both invented and discovered them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an inarguable fact. Like I can't people hate me because I'm right. It's just how it is. Tech throw for a 3rd round.
Emotionally, you know? I'm a little loath to say anything on the matter. I just want a good match.
Oof. Commentators don't understand jokes, as it appears that chat is in the same boat. Speaking of boats, gonna be non-present on either side. Neither of them, I believe, front-loading much wood. So if they do
Presumably.
end up in the ocean, potentially an issue coming through there. There is crimson around, so maybe some can be grabbed there. I'm not triggered. I'm just sassy.
That's true.
I am in a mood.
This is the way you are, isn't it?
This is just I cannot see myself acting of any other way in the given circumstances. Yeah. Deck, I'm not quite sure. I believe he did do axis calculated again. I saw him getting chords in chat. So let's see how accurate it is. As Evan's still just chunking his way through the trades here, finally gets that late pearls trade that we saw on both sides. He did axis? Oh no, did he not do axis? Okay. I saw him typing in chat, so I just assumed maybe. Yeah. Whoops.
Evan's leaving the bastion!
Fortress entry coming through. Oh yeah, true. He was in the cave only through one eye. My apologies, he was probably just writing down the angle and then I educated we're boarded in a cave. There.
Nice ravine.
Yeah,
No I spy. Thumbs down.
making his way to surface here. Gonna be in a river again. Was that... Okay, he only threw the one eye, I think. So, gets his angle here. Not gonna risk the pop. Chunk border's up immediately. Pretty bold to assume that he's landed it that well.
It just kind of sounds like you're a non-believer. Are you a non-believer?
I don't have belief in either of these runners for anything anymore. I had standards, and then we watched a 35-minute game which somebody won without beating the game.
I will believe enough for the both of us.
All right, good for you. Listen, yeah, whatever. You can project whatever emotions you want onto me. I'm just gonna keep saying words.
Evan's exiting the nether.
How did Evan end up not in a cave? He's on the same spawner, but he ends up with a surface spawn, which actually gives him a chance to potentially have a go at Axis Calc. It's still very far behind. Yeah, he's gonna go for Axis. Dex just chilling his way through the ocean here. Haven't quite kept an eye on his general angle trajectory. Definitely potential of ocean exposed, as is that a square I see? Nope, that is just pixelation. It is a block game after all.
Man, I love squares. Sorry, what, Evan?
Evan's really forcing Axis Calc here. Like, I guess he really needs it, but he's gonna have to land the, he's gonna have to land the I Spy if he wants any chance of catching up, because he's still got to farm Blazes after this. To the question, do we really want a game free? Some people are what is known as psychopaths. It's a medical term, and it looks like Deck will be heading down here.
I mean, they both face some, like, seriously unfortunate circumstances, so I'd like...
Please don't
Oh, no!
die!
I'd love to see them have a chance to have an unscuffed match, since these two have been incredibly scuffed in basically every possible way. However... Oh, he hears silverfish. Here we go, here we go. Portal room. But...
I'm not okay, Reela. I'm not okay. This isn't fine.
we need a hug.
I need more than a hug. Evan's mining out the spawner here, has his math in chat as Dec fills out the end portal and enters the end. Will we see
That's
a game
funny.
completion? Praying he gets the macro again. That macro would only screw him up in the one niche circumstance that it screwed him up. Like,
Typing the word cringe after you
true, if he
six-bet the
typed
dragon. And he said his marker was on the letter N.
can we get some... Actually, I was going to say, can we get some N's in chat for Dec, but that feels questionable. He's going to be shooting down the crystals here. As going to pearl down there, have a decent bed count. Listen, I didn't ask for it, therefore we're fine. I do not appreciate the use of that emote. That's a purge coming through already for Dec. Will he get the 6-bed cringe? Decent damage first, good damage second. As may God have mercy on us all. This series
GG!
is complete.
Can we get an N for And he
get the
and
credit.
enters the portal.
For the
We
first
have
time
it.
this series, we have end credits. We have a victory.
Very well done. Somehow on the second match, we have seen end credits for the first time.
Dec.
And honestly, what was a flawless match.
You know, I feel like we need to just get both of the runners in here. And we don't need to talk. We just need to let them, you know, bond over the mutual experience that they just shared.
Ben, I'm gonna go ahead and send you a picture of my post-it note of questions for this interview stage.
Oh, I will let you take the lead with any.
No,
No,
you got
this. No. I'm interested. I don't think Evan's realized that he's lost yet. He's still hauling through the ocean. Dec just vibing in the overworld. I believe it was like... I don't think it was ocean exposed, but it was ocean adjacent. Yeah. How much time do we have before the next match? Because I feel like this interview is gonna be a lot. Okay, we have about 8 minutes. It should be fine.
There's a lot to unpack here.
That is a beautiful post-it note.
Thank you. I worked really hard on it.
Oh, well, we apparently have a good amount of time as the following runners are willing to be flexible. So let's get these guys in the booth here. Dec has already confirmed willing to take an interview. Evan, I'm not even sure if he's realized that he's lost yet. He's still going, and that's quite sad. Hey Dec, how's it going?
Hello.
Sure if he's realized that he's lost yet. He's still going in a fashion.
Yeah, that's an interesting fashion. Has anyone reset their seed before, as they've just killed the dragon, or am I first?
I have never seen
I would have
that.
to think that one's you. It's all you.
I don't know if you saw what I typed in the chat, but I forgot I had my macro on, and I was typing cringe in the chat, I 6-bedded, and the end just reset my world. And I came back, and the dragon was obviously just chilling.
Yeah, I mean, we have some notes, we have some feedback to impart upon you. We'll wait until Evan gets in here as well, because I don't know if you noticed from the fact that you won, but something clearly was happening for him also.
Oh yeah, okay. Dude, that first scene, I can't blame him for not finding the housing. You saw I don't know if you saw, I struggled at first. I was like, where the hell is this bastion? Like, the entities were just, it was too close for the entities to even come up on E-Ray. So
Yeah.
he just completely missed the Bastion then the first time round.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
can cover that information when he gets here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, sometimes when numbers fail you, you do have to rely on your eyes, but you know,
Honestly, like, I'm so reliant on it. I barely saw it, and I was like, oh, I'm stupid. Should have had like a quick Quake Brew check around before I went straight into E-Ray. Just so used to it from RSG.
yeah, absolutely understandable. Does appear that Evan will actually, in fact, not be joining us in the booth. We will recap some of the stuff that happened on his end in his
Okay.
absence. But yeah, first seed, you were pretty dominantly ahead due to the fact that Evan
couldn't find it.
he just went off into the middle of nowhere and found a bridge bastion, and then promptly died on his way back.
Oh no.
So he
Wait, was he coming back to the fortress that was at spawn?
yes.
Oh, because did he pyrite it?
I assume so. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it was an awful bridge bastion. It didn't have good ramparts on either side. We will get to this stuff, chat. Don't worry. There is a lot to break down.
I feel so sorry for him because I don't blame him, because if he just found one that he like instantly went to, I'm guessing higher ended distance, saw that, was like, oh, this is a bad nether basically, and
Well,
just zoomed off.
What he did that was quite smart is he realized, like, he was aware after his death. He was like, "There's no way." He typed in chat for like to communicate with us and communicate with the stream. There's no way that was what I meant to do. Before he reset, he went back into the nether and had a quick run around near the spawn and managed to locate the bastion. So on his reset, he was actually on extremely good pace.
That is a smart move. That's a very smart move, actually,
So-
to do that.
And now let's switch perspectives. So
All right.
access calculated, always nice to see pulled out, new tech, good, pretty decent use of it. I think you may have, I think you remembered the cores decently, and you were within what, like 100, 200 blocks?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't best. I think when I first did it, I was like, I don't think I've got that angle properly, but I did, because I only had made the 2 eyes and threw them both, and I didn't have any more blaze powder. I was like, I'm just gonna assume that was right, and it was close, but I think I was like a slight, maybe a point of a degree off, but it couldn't have been more because obviously I was only 200 blocks. I think it was 200, 150 maybe.
I mean, working out for
Dream Hill.
working out for you, obviously having that as well, coming out of the reset was really useful information. Good thing you got that before you died. You're deaf.
Yeah.
You're deaf. So first of all, that happened.
Oh, dude, honestly, I literally only had 1 fire res when I realized that. I was like, this is gonna screw me in my head.
You actually, that's
You
the
did-
thing. You didn't only have 1 fire.
What?
You had another one in
You
the
had enough.
inventory.
No, I did not. Did I
Yeah.
actually? How did?
Yeah.
Right, I
Yes, you
deserve
did.
to lose that. Then I 100% deserve to lose that first round. That is so pain. Oh,
then-
I actually.
Chad was very much like on their cosmetic fire res spam.
I'm actually brain dead. It must have been the nerves. When we were on that first seed, up until I died, my heart, I was like shaking like the entire time. This is my like first tournament ever. I was nervous as hell. Once I died, somehow the nerves went. You'd think the opposite, but somehow my nerves just kind of went, and I could play like smartly. But oh god, that's so dumb.
It
I'm
can
so
be quite
embarrassed.
relieving to be behind for some people. It's an understandable mindset. But
Yeah.
also following up on your death,
He
did it
died in a portal.
did it ever occur to you to check through your portal for your items?
I wanted to just check quickly. I thought about that, and then I saw some items were off the side. I should have quickly ran through the portal, I suppose. But I saw so many items went off the side. I was like, you know what, I'm just resetting this.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
nobody has enough information to say whether or not that was the right decision. Like
Wait,
maybe you
can
lost
I-
something important.
Wait, I might be able to.
Oh, true, actually.
Let's just see how stupid I am. Ah, very, yes. Wait, how many items? Oh, pause. 9. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Wow, Evan really should have won that. That should have been the biggest throw ever.
Well,
I
what-
literally have everything.
So Evan was suffering from a little bit of what you were doing. On your first time round, you hung around a little bit more, went for the backup blocks to get the 20 obby, ended up finding it in that top rampart.
Yeah.
So Evan ended up having to do a blind from pretty close proximity to the spawner, which, as you know from doing Axis Calc, that stronghold was very far away.
Outright 310. I was like, I must have messed that up. 310. It was close to, not quite max distance, but pretty close. Like, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the exact max distance is. But actually, I'll tell you my plan with that. I had 2 plans because there's no way I'm blinding like in this tournament. At no point am I risking that. My plan was to go back up, and if I didn't pull the obby out of the chest, I've obviously used all the gold. I was gonna do a pearl hang back to my portal. Second I get my blaze rods, I'll unhang it, do an educated, but I was probably going to do like an axis calculator to try and go as exact as possible and then continue from there. But luckily I got the obby out of the chest. So those are my 2 plans, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to hear alternate ideas of what could have happened. Like, obviously, during the run, all these options coming through your head, and you got to try to decide which one's the best and which one's fastest.
Yeah.
And then let's skip ahead a bit. Evan's wandering. He's vibing. He's going through the overworld on his way. You do your travel, end up in the end, take down some of the crystals with what I may remind you, you had a crossbow and arrow in your inventory, which can take down the crystals, which stops the dragon regenerating.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean when I like came back in?
Yeah.
I thought about that, but I thought, nah, it's too slow. And I was kind of in my head like, you know, it was a stupid mistake, but I was also a bit like, I don't know, I feel like Evan, like I don't know Evan really personally, but I feel like he would have been like, yeah, give that to Dec, because I would have personally done the same thing. But yeah, I probably could have, if I choked the 1 cycle, that is 100% what I would have done. But I was kind of in the mindset of like, are we just gonna throw that, or yeah,
I think it was more just the response from the booth and chat when you reset in the end with a very completable end and just decided, screw it, I'll do the whole thing again instead of shooting some crystals, was a little bit of a...
I don't know. I think my next match I'll be much better. My head scrambled. I was kind of just going on autopilot.
I don't want to raise your blood pressure too much, but your next opponent is former world record holder, our streamer, Big Boy Curryway.
Oh,
so
yeah, not to stress you out.
I know it's Curry. I'm excited to go against Curry. I'm very excited. It'll be very fun to go. It'll be very fun to go against him, as you say, former record holder, Curryway.
Yep. But yeah, I think that's about it for Seed 1. Seed 2, really, you wanna take a stab at that one?
Did you not appreciate the Weather Skull in Seed 1 as well?
Oh, true.
No, we did appreciate the very beautiful cosmetic Wither Skull, followed by you immediately getting bullied by every Wither Skeleton present.
Oh my
present.
God, yeah. Okay, when I actually first died, not realizing I had a fire res, and then just behind I get smacked by a Wither, turn around, get hit by a blaze. That was horrendous. And then the second I put the Wither Skull on, I got hit by a Wither again. If I died against a Wither, I think I would have just cried. But yeah, anyway, C2.
So C2, you died in the temple.
Oh my God, yeah, I don't know what to do. I had no idea what to do. I was like, I was trying to use the creeper to blow up the skeleton, and then I was like, oh, I'll place the TNT, and then I went to do it, and then I hit the top of my head on a block, so I missed jumping on top of the TNT, so I hit it. Creeper, no, that was so stressful. That was the most annoying start.
Yeah, so
that's the thing about temple seeds. Mob RNG can just
Speaking of mob RNG, both you and Evan experienced what was eventually called the Karma Skeleton. I'm not sure what happened in your early game that like made us go, oh, like, do you remember, Ben?
What? Why it was nicknamed the Karma Skeleton?
For what did
it was
the Karma Skeleton for?
The entire first match.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
So your karma for the first match was the skeleton. Evan later died. Evan, his housing bastion ended up being a little bit scuffed on the route where the piglins were all standing on a gold block. Which later he decided to break, angering all of the piglins and killing him. After that, I believe it was
Wait, in where the
um,
gold normally spawns. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where
So
is it?
the housing gold,
Yep.
he accidentally made his gold hole on top of one of the gold blocks,
Oh,
and then attempted to get that gold block
and
and
then quickly build over
end
himself.
well.
Yeah, I see. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Well, that led into his experience with the karma skeleton. His second time round. Yeah, I think Rela is lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
I'm
Yeah.
Oh,
having
yeah. Oh, yeah.
some
Sorry.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
internet moment.
You're right, buddy.
Microwave Wi-Fi. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Back at it. Yeah.
I don't
Then
know.
after the reset, his experience with the karma skeleton. Not quite sure what it was karma for on his side, but it was just a nickname at that point.
Yeah.
Ends up taking a death in the temple there as well, so slows his reset. And then you just kind of continued your gradual lead and ended up coming to a pretty, reasonable conclusion.
Can we? No, that reasonable conclusion. Can we talk about my educated travel? Did you see me check the travel from the blaze spawner, or not?
I did.
From
I
the
did not.
spawner, from the blaze spawner, the stronghold was 195 blocks. I literally just straight travelled away from the stronghold when I did my educated travel. I threw my eye. I was like, I'm at 120, 100. I'm like, I at least have to go to 175 on my major coordinate. And then I'm literally just traveling down my coordinate. I was like, wow, that was just a godblind travel, wasn't it? That I've just thrown out the window, and it was. So that's the downside of always forcing it. But other way round,
I mean,
Evan had in the first seed, he had a 2k blind and only went for 10 obby. So, it can be punished very much either way. But it's only because it was educated though. And I was debating going up, but yeah. Sorry.
Also showing the importance of a distance check. Obviously, throwing the 2 can be very useful. And had you managed to do that? Of it, cave spawns also being a massive pain for that sort of thing. You would have realized how close you were and the lack of a need for a second portal.
Yeah, exactly. But my reasoning was literally because I was like, I died in the temple. I have no obviously information if Evan is behind at all. So I was like, I'm just gonna throw this and just go for it. Like in my head, Evan could be having a clean run. I know I'm already put behind, so I did. I suppose it was a risk, but at the same time, I just didn't want to time waste going all the way up and then doing axis calculated in a ocean is in itself just annoying, I suppose is the best word to use, and digging up to it and stuff, and then getting back down to my portal. So I thought it was good to do an educated guess and then go to actual good optimal blind chords. But the stronghold happened to be at ridiculously low chords. It was just, I suppose, unlucky, you could say. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps up everything. Rela, do you have internet / anything else you want to add from your sticky note?
I think I have internet now. My Wi-Fi hamster stopped running, so I'm on my phone, but the show must go on. I don't really think that I have much beyond that. Besides, it was incredibly entertaining, if nothing else.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you guys are entertained.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to suck so hard in my next match, but I don't know. First tournament nerves. Should we blame it on that? I'll blame it on that. We'll go with that. First tournament nerves. That's my excuse.
Yeah. Well, massive shout out to you for coming in here and doing this quite lengthy interview. Very in depth,
sorry.
and for being such a it's good. It's awesome. It gives nice insight. But great of you to do that. Thank you for being such a good sport about the match in general. Obviously, it was a bit scuffed.
I mean, Evan first of all was amazing about it to let me have that first seed. He really could have just been like, nah, just wash it or whatever. But he was just like, yeah, nah, give it to him. So he was a very good sport about that.
Yeah.
So I owe it kind of to him. But yeah, it was just stupid. It was just stupid, to be honest. The macro reset.
Shout out to Evan also, but we will be bringing this to a close as we look to head into our next match of the night. Sizzler versus Sempers to close out the day, close out the round of 16. Former world record holder against just somebody that's extremely hyped up and well known within the community and well respected. That will be brought to you very quickly after we end up here, commentated by Maximum Color and Spice Trash, so don't go anywhere.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.